Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we'd like to proudly welcome you back to another edition of the Lunch Break Podcast. I am Ricky Ragone, and with me, as always, is
Chris.
Oh, so we're not playing along today. I see.
I don't have that kind of voice. I can't do that.
You could have made an effort. That's all I'm saying. You could have made a little bit of an effort. Yeah. Did you know it was coming? No. Did I know it was coming? No. It just so happens that I always have the New Age Outlaws on the brain these days.
You're watching a lot of wrestling.
I actually haven't watched a lot of wrestling. I've only been watching
yes.
wrestling documentaries.
Documentaries, yes. That's a different.
Way too many.
Still.
Way too many of them.
Well, how many can there possibly be out there?
Lot.
There's one for every persona.
They're not always long, but they focus in on different people.
Have you watched anyone on Sting yet? He's my favorite.
I think I watched something about Sting, but not a lot.
Not memorable, huh?
Not for me. I wasn't a WCW guy.
Oh, yeah, I was a WCW guy.
Yeah, well, we don't need to get into that. We're not getting into wrestling.
No, but we're...
I do...
Go ahead.
I want to share with you a little story here.
Oh, okay.
Just because I think it's funny. I like sharing with you weird things that happen with me. I've shared with you about that weird dude who took the Macaulay Culkin thing after the Super Bowl too racistly.
Yes.
In a weird way. This was weird. This happened to me. Started Friday, went through the weekend, got some resolution today. Still feel weird about it.
So you're carrying this with you all weekend?
I've just been thinking about it.
Waiting for the right opportunity to get off your chest.
I thought it was strange.
Okay.
So on Friday at my gym at Orange Theory, we had what's called a benchmark, where there's a specific thing that you're trying to get a best time for yourself on. This one was a rowing benchmark. It was a 500-meter row, and it was Friday. It was 6 a.m. Already kind of like not loving my life decision.
Right.
Happens often when you get up early to work out. And a guy that I know him, but I don't know him super well, comes up to me and says, hey, I rode a 118. You got to beat that. It's like a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know him well enough for him to
It's the first time it's ever happened. You never.
I've never had
this
anyone
kind of
tell
banter
me,
with him. Hey, what did you get? What time did you get? Hey, what time did you get? Or you know what I mean? And
no, but I mean, I may have asked people, hey, how did you do?
Yeah.
Did you get a PR?
Right.
I'm worried about, did you do what you wanted to do today?
Yeah. Did you accomplish
I'm not
your goal?
worried about how I'm going to stack up to you.
Right. Not competitive.
Came at me with this 118 time, and I'm just like,
Beat this.
Cool. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, over the past 2 years, I've rode around a 116, my PR being a 115. So he says 118. Even in my head, I'm thinking, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say to you right now? Yeah, I've beaten that already. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's too braggy. That was too braggy right there. But
no, but
it was super weird. And then later,
you weren't prepared for it.
It wasn't like I just walked in the door. He's like, "Oh, what's up? 118. You got to beat it. 118." But that's not it. So then,
there's more. Okay.
So then we're in class and we're approaching when I'm actually going to do the row. Another guy comes up to me who I know even less than this other guy. Says, I rode 118, blah, blah, blah. Isn't that what that other guy said too? Isn't that what he's like, isn't that what that other guy said? Yeah. Well, you got to beat that or something. And I'm like, 2 people? What is happening? What is happening right now?
Double teamed you.
It's one thing for the coach in the class to be calling out PRs or motivate. It's just a thing. It was just weird.
Yeah.
And I have no dislike towards any of these guys. It was just weird.
It was jarring.
So then I do my thing. I get a very good time, 112. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to find those guys to be like, hey, 118, not good enough. Whatever. Well, then the leaderboard comes out on Sunday. Okay. Yesterday, Monday. And I see the one guy's 118. And I see the guy who I think it is has a 120. So I'm like, somebody didn't actually get a 118 here.
Right. One of the guys is lying.
So today I go to class. I'm in the lobby waiting for it to start. And out comes the first guy, the initial 118er. He's like, oh yeah, I saw the leaderboards. Yeah, I was just kidding on the 118. I knew it was 120, but I said 118 to give you some motivation. I'm thinking,
Oh, boy.
I didn't need it.
Yeah, right.
I didn't need it.
And your name is? And you're like, yeah.
Oh, I do know his name.
Okay.
I know both of their names, and I could identify them.
Right. Very strange, yeah.
Well, so multiple chains of weird things. The weirdest thing is I'm going to make up a time to push you.
Right.
But
Just
I
kidding.
didn't even I don't have the pushing relationship with
Right.
you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's very strange.
You're not even there. You're not a part of the culture. That just sounds weird, though.
That
was
say.
very strange.
It is strange. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish.
I don't know how interesting.
Maybe he was trying to help you. I don't know.
In some
motivation.
In some weird way, but that's an odd way to go about it.
Yeah. It was just strange that somebody else followed up on it.
That was also weird.
But it wasn't on his own initiative. It sounded as though he overheard this other guy saying it to you, and it's like, "Yeah, I got 118 too," to kind of like prove himself, and then to also say, "Now you do it." Like, join the 118 club
because of the 118 foyer interaction. It then made it seem as though 118 was a time
like that time to
around me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
And it's just not.
Yeah.
So then it became a weird thing. But I think it's weird to make up a time to be like, motivation.
Yeah.
Make up a better time.
And what did he get say after that? Other than what he did, like,
yeah.
I really didn't. I know I didn't really hit 118.
It was
like
almost.
He was trying to.
It was
in
almost
a sense prevent you from coming to him saying, "Did you say you got 118?"
Yeah.
Like he was like, I knew I didn't get 118. I got 120.
It was like a prank, almost like gotcha.
Yeah. It's like, I don't get it.
Man.
I don't get this joke
the
at
look
all.
on your face when you heard 118. Oh man, I know it's a 120.
As if somehow that was going to be.
I'm like,
whoa,
all right,
really got me.
Weird day. So I just thought that was a weird social interaction.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting it on either days.
I wonder if it's going to happen the next time you have benchmark.
I hope that's a one and doneer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? He did the 118 thing. I rode 6 seconds faster than what the lied about time was.
Right.
Let's not play the game anymore, right?
We're done.
Point proven.
Yeah.
Weird.
I guess the only thing I could think of that could possibly happen, and when you think of in the realm of possibilities, is he picks a different exercise. One he thinks he can beat you in, and says, "Hey, I got a 112 in, I don't know, jumping jacks."
No, and unfortunately we don't have a jumping jack.
They don't have a machine for that
benchmark.
Oh, okay.
But he can just pick anything with running.
Yeah,
he seems very fit. Do a running one. I will lose that every time.
Yeah,
it was just strange. Again, I don't mind him.
Yeah,
I don't mind any of them. It was just a weird thing to do.
Yeah,
very weird.
Agreed.
Anyway,
belongs on a Seinfeld episode.
That
doesn't it? It should be in Seinfeld somewhere.
I could see that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird social interactions that happen in that show. That's what they built the whole show around. Really,
that's true. If you think about it,
that's all I'm trying to say. Really, if you think about it.
So that was
this past weekend.
Oh. And then this weekend,
what's coming up this weekend?
It's a big weekend for us.
Yeah, it is.
We're a couple of dads.
Dad Day.
Doing dad things.
Father's Day on Sunday.
Father's Day.
Father. Yeah.
Do you, what does a Father's Day look like for you?
Like, what would be my desire for Father's Day?
Yeah, what pops in your head when you think Father's Day's coming? What am I going to do? Because like Mother's Day is approaching, and I have a pretty good idea of what that weekend's going to look like.
Yeah.
So this one? Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like being able to have some space to breathe, some relaxation. I mean,
some space to breathe.
I love being around the family. I love hanging out with them and doing the dad stuff and keeping busy with a lot of sports and things. But Father's Day would be like, I'll take a little nap. You know what I mean? Just alone for a little bit,
a little me time.
Yeah, that's a little me time. Even if I was just able to mow the lawn for several hours because it's relaxing. You know what I mean? You put your earphones in, listen to music or a podcast, and zone out, and you're still being productive because you're cutting the lawn. You're doing something.
It's just I got to do another pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Another pass,
More
kids, before you can come out here. Right. Don't want you to get hurt by the mower.
That's right.
Safety first.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I would like. Just a little bit of me time, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your Father's Day look like, or what you would like to?
It's probably
happen?
the same thing. I always like to go golfing.
Oh, golfing. Okay.
Yeah. So always try to pawn the kids off, so Katie and I can go golfing.
There you go.
So Father's Day turns into just want a date day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Things I like.
Yeah.
Not father at all. It's almost like Father's Day is this for a day. For a day,
yeah. I want
to revert back
to
pre-fatherhood.
Yeah, right.
Like, remember when we just did things? Well, just a couple kids running around. Yeah.
So Mother's Day it seems to be the opposite.
That is the exact opposite,
right? They love let's get together, let's do some fun things. Let's go out for brunch together with mom. You know, make her feel special on her day together. Let's all contribute to that.
Mother wants to spend time with the family.
Yes.
Father,
let to escape the family for a couple minutes.
Why is that so common?
I don't know.
It's so messed up.
Is that bad?
It's not good. It's not good, but it is what it is. And we got plans to golf, so
you are going to go golfing.
Yeah, whether it's on actual Father's Day or not, I don't know.
Right. But it's going to happen at some point.
Looking at Saturday.
It'll be your Father's Day gift whenever it lands, whatever day it lands on to do.
Yeah, it'll be part of it.
Yeah.
Cool. I got a couple pictures up in my office. That was also a Father's Day contribution.
Oh, that was nice.
This is TMI, but I also got a long stick shaver so I can get rid of the hair on my back. That was not a Katie thought of it for me. This was a me asking. So it wasn't a backhanded gift like, here you go,
you might
buddy.
Want this.
Why don't you clean that up? She doesn't care. She loves me for me. I don't love me for me. So
yeah, you had to make some adjustments to make yourself feel better about yourself.
A lot more adjustments to be made. Anywho,
okay. So Father's Day's coming up. Let's enjoy it. Enjoy your golf.
I want to talk about this too. Speaking of golf, speaking of sports, Kings Chapel softball team.
Yeah.
Two things. One thing. Probably three things. Okay, I can't count. Counting's not important. It is, kids. Stay in school. That was a weird.
What's the 90s all over again?
That was weird. Okay.
Drink your milk, stay in school.
Anyway, so our softball team started real bad. Pretty rough.
Yeah, and I can say that I can actually say that from experience this year because this is my first year playing on the softball team.
You are a part of.
I'm the team. I'm a teammate now.
You are on the team.
I'm the team.
We started really bad. We are currently on a 2-game win streak.
Yes.
So that's huge.
That's humongous.
I can't tell you the last time this team has had a 2-game win streak. I can't tell you the last time this team's had a win. No, we did win at the end of last season. But
a few and far between. But
we're that team out there having fun.
Yeah, we had fun. I had fun. Well, it's more fun when you do win, though. As
comedian Dusty Slay would say, we're having a good time.
Having a good time.
Have you heard?
No.
No, I got to show you some Dusty Slay. He's funny. Yeah. We're having a good time. But within those wins, actually, even in one of the losses, Chris has started getting some hits racked up.
Yeah. I was 2 for 3 yesterday.
2 for 3. That's good.
That's really good. That's like 30%.
Don't ask me.
Just kidding. No. That's. I mean, I'm
75%.
That's pretty decent. I'd say decent showing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't play baseball, softball much.
2 for 3 is always good.
So 2 for 3 is good. And I think the game before I didn't play the last game because I wasn't there, but the game prior to that I played in, I think I was 1 for 2. I was only at bat twice, but I got one hit and then the other one I struck out.
Solid hit into the shallow outfield in a little gapper.
So it's kind of like when you're not a golfer, but when you get a good swing, you get a good hit, it makes like I can do this.
No, that's all golfers.
That's all golfers. Yes, but
all
for
golfers,
someone like myself,
but no, all golfers
need.
We have bad hits. You get one good hit and you go, I could play on the tour.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's how it is. But that's what keeps you coming back.
It gives you a little
success.
bit, a Yeah, exactly. It's an encouragement. So it was fun. I had a great time.
So you were 2 for 3.
Yes.
How were you on line drives caught without getting picked off?
Not so good. Not good on that one, though. So just getting the hit is one thing. And then when you get on the bases, that's a whole nother aspect of the game you got to kind of come to understand, you know. So when do I run? When don't I run? When do I? Yeah, exactly.
Don't just take off.
Don't just take off and be like, oh, and then, yeah, give the team a double play. They caught it, and then they got me out of first. So, but thankfully, we still pulled it out.
That was the roller coaster of an at-bat, because in that same at-bat, you swung at one in the clouds. Like,
right. I have a tendency
I don't think Paul Bunyan was hitting that one. And then you get your hit, and we're celebrating hard.
Yeah. He got on
Chris
there.
got on. And then the next at-bat, line drive to second base, he catches it. You're in the middle of the base path. Throw it out at first. It was just like, don't swing. Yes. Oh. But it was good. It was fun. Good. I'm glad you're playing. It's more fun.
Yeah, and I probably should have dove for that even because I was so far away, but then you also have in the back of your head, I'm not diving on this.
We played on a field last night.
It had crusher run.
It was
like
a gravel
for
driveway
infield.
for the infield.
It was terrible.
It was.
But you did slide.
I got a.
And you dove.
Can you see that on the camera?
You get some casualty that
Yeah,
marks
I'm gonna go hard no matter what.
Yeah.
Church softball, yeah, I'm going hard. Yeah. All right, we're playing for keeps.
It was good. At least you made the play.
No, I dove and I missed the ball.
I know.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's a good slide. You slide into third base there.
Anyway,
speaking of sports,
we're
stay on that theme.
Chris and I thought, here's something we haven't
idea.
talked about, shockingly.
Yeah.
Because we've done 2 rounds.
We've
done 2 rounds of Christmas songs, but we've done Christmas movies. We've done movies we haven't seen.
Yes.
And in all of this, we haven't done
about sports movies.
None sports movies.
And this is going to be a 2-parter, I think.
It's too hard.
There's just so much to talk about.
As we were just kicking it and we're like, all right, what should we talk about? We listed an easy 20 plus movies.
Yeah, right off the top of our head.
Just no research, no lists, no consulting online. So we broke them down into categories.
You have to because, as you'll see, you'd be all over the place otherwise. You got to either by sports. We thought, let's do it by sport first. Baseball, basketball, football, whatever. And then we were like, wait, you really got to break it up into like kids movies.
Right.
And then comedy movies and then bioepics. And then there's just like,
it's
crazy.
It's so much.
Yeah. Otherwise, you want to be.
Got to add 42 to the baseball movies.
Oh, 42.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. So what we're going to do today for y'all, because you tuned in, we're going to hit 2 categories of movies. We're just going to talk about them. Talk about what we like, reminisce. We're going to look at sports comedies, which, again, we could get hung up on this way too long.
Oh, it's an endless list, really.
You know we will, because it's just what happens. And then the kids sports movies. That brings back all the 90s nostalgia. Because if you look at the list that we have, most of them are from the 90s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're all from the 90s. It's like they decided in the 2000s, we're done.
Yeah. No more
We're done making some of the best movies ever produced.
Exactly.
But
sad.
I digress.
But we still have these ones.
So
these are some treasures for sure. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to just?
I think we just dive right in.
All right.
I say we get this one queued up and we let the clip tell us the movie. What do you think?
Go for it.
Away we go.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Doyle here, welcoming all you friends of the feather to another season of Indians baseball. A lot of new faces in Chief Wahoo's tribe this year as they take on the defending American League champs.
He puts
hopefully we'll have some of the
whiskey behind his ear.
I love it.
Their first at bat. Anyway, listen to the roar of the crowd as the Indians take the field.
Oh man,
empty stand,
just dead.
Yes, sir. They love this club here in Cleveland. Just a reminder, fans, about Die Hard Night coming up here at the stadium.
Die Hard
Free
Night.
admission to anyone who was actually alive the last time the Indians won a pennant.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh. Perfect voice for that too.
Now,
Yeah. It auto plays Bob Costas. Hold on.
Yeah.
Telling me this story.
Actually,
Bob Costas.
talking to Bob Euchre there.
Bob Euchre. He's a funny man.
Oh man, very good. That was a great group of movies.
I wanted-
First one being the best.
You think that's the top of the sports comedies?
No, of those.
Of those three.
Of those three movies.
Oh, yeah.
The first one's always
the
best.
first one is the best. The second one is still very good.
Oh, it was good. Yeah.
The third one, I don't know.
I don't want to touch that one.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
I don't know
Kinda
why
the Godfather
it exists.
series. Like, why do they have the third Godfather movie?
With the kissing cousins?
Yeah, unnecessary.
But majorly, it just has so many good parts, and there's so many clips I wanted to choose, but all of them would not have been lunch break friendly.
That's true.
You just forget how much language is in that. Even just little stuff peppered in. I'm like, you got to be kidding
A
me.
word here, word there. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I just think of the characters.
Great personalities in that.
They create
characters. Oh.
perfect characters, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Willie Mays Hayes.
The exuberant. He's running the bases, right? He's trying to break records.
But he's not even on the list.
Right, exactly.
They carry
he has to
him
get himself in there.
They carry him outside on the cot and
That's
just
right.
leave him out there. And he wakes up and just starts sprinting in the tryouts in his pajamas.
That was a good role for him for sure. Although they changed, it wasn't the same. It wasn't what's the actor's name?
Wasn't Wesley Snipes?
Wasn't
in
the
second one.
second movie? Yeah, which is too bad.
Yeah, I forget that guy's name, but I can picture him.
Yeah.
When he becomes a home run hitter in the second movie. I love Charlie Sheen's character, Ricky Vaughn. He's I don't know.
Wild Thing.
He is Wild Thing. He's not one of my favorite characters in the movie, though he is kind of.
He's necessary though. You need that character in there. Yeah, for sure.
Pedro Serrano's got to be one of my favorite.
So funny.
Hats for bats. Keep bats
Serrano.
warm.
Yeah.
He has the little Joe Boo in his locker.
Joe Boo.
And then
Joe Boo says
that old time pitcher comes in. He's like, "Up your butt, Joe Boo." Takes a shot of the vodka or whatever. Next scene, he gets smacked in the head with a baseball bat. It's just so good.
It was a really funny movie. Yeah, yeah. Then they bring him like some KFC because they had to do some kind of a ritual. Remember before the game, the sacrifice.
He says we need to sacrifice a chicken.
So they bring it. Oh, we can't be doing that in the in the room. So let's go get him some KFCs. They bring him in, and that was a good movie. Yeah. Very funny.
The manager is another. He can't go unmentioned. The fact when he first gets the phone call to get the manager job, he's like, "I'm gonna have to call you back. I got a guy on the other line on a couple of white walls." He's like a tire salesman.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna manage a major league team. You don't even care.
No.
Or when Willie Mays Hayes makes the basket catch. Nice catch. Don't ever do it again.
Don't ever do it again. Yeah, that voice, that
Can't quote
raspy
it,
voice.
Can't quote it properly. Because we get canceled, but it's just a good movie. I can't.
Yeah. The catcher, who's he ends up being the manager in the second movie.
Yeah, Tom starts with a B. Tom Berenger.
Yeah, Tom Berenger. Yeah,
he's great. I mean, he really is the main character of the movie.
Yeah.
He's the only
level-headed guy in there.
Yeah.
He plays. He tries to just. I think he's trying to just get his way through this year. Right? Isn't he?
It's his last shot at a pennant.
Yeah, and he wants to just try to win the pennant before he retires. And then by the end of the movie, he blows out his knees or something like that, doesn't he?
Yeah, sprinting to first on I think a bunt. It's a great premise. This team's terrible. We're going to try and tank to get you out. And they're like, no, we're going to do whatever we can to win.
Yeah.
As she gives him a crappy plane, then a horrible bus. Takes away their whirlpool, so they put a boat engine into the tub and start it. Like it's a great
trying to get rid of it because that's right.
They
want to sell it to a different city, right? Move the team to a different city.
do it better. I think probably
they're gonna get rid of fire everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would say recommended 18 and up or whatever. Whatever the R. I don't know if it's an R. It's an R. Though.
It's a 90s or 89.
It could be a 89 PG 13 or
Yeah.
PG.
So
it's not recommended for children.
Yeah.
Let me put my computer in Do Not Disturb so you guys don't hear when I get emails. Next movie, I guess we'll let the... I was saying the word should. I realized as I said should and then moved away, it sounded... it did not sound right. It did not... I was saying should. Should we... We'll let the next movie dictate where we're going.
Yeah.
Same way.
Watch this clip.
This is one of my favorites.
Just take the picture. All right, okay. kind of camera is that?
It's just
Would you not point that at me, please, and close the lens
I ain't
cap?
doing that. Just to...
Oh man, what great comedic timing on that. That's hilarious.
Is it
Just take the picture.
All right.
no? Is it the best scene of the movie? No,
Probably not, but it's you can't highlight this movie without showing that scene in the movie. It's just so funny.
I know Bill Murray's done a lot, and he's done a lot of iconic things. This movie is one of my favorite Bill Murray performances ever.
Oh yeah, me too.
I would watch Space Jam over Caddyshack any day.
Oh yeah,
I would take Space Jam. Sorry,
Oh,
world.
careful.
Over Ghostbusters any day.
No.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I would. Bye-bye Ghostbusters. I don't care.
Over Peter Venkman.
Yeah. I just love it. I just love Bill Murray being Bill Murray in this movie.
It is fun. He's not like a huge part in the movie either. He comes and goes.
But
You know what I
everything
mean?
he does is funny.
Oh, it is. It's true. I wonder if he ad-libbed a lot of the stuff that was happening in this movie.
I hope he did.
had to have.
I don't want it to be scripted.
Yeah, and I don't think it was. He had
It
to have
was-
just come up with this on his own. He's
I mean,
hilarious.
just like Larry's not white. Larry's
He's
clear.
clear.
Like just stuff like that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Him talking to the golf ball before he hits it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And when he introduces himself at the end, when he comes in to play with them, dun 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 dun.
He's just good. He's just
Yeah,
good.
he does
Now
a great job.
maybe I don't take Space Jam over Ghostbusters, but I
I
do
know what you
feel
mean,
it.
though.
It makes me
His
it just
character
cracks me up.
Yeah, without him, this movie would be nothing.
It would be as mediocre as the new one.
right. Oh, the new one was terrible.
It was real.
Don't see
bad.
it. If you're gonna watch, if you're gonna introduce your kid to any one of these two Space Jams, go with the original.
But this
The
one,
OG on this one.
was I could watch it all day as a kid.
Right.
Just all day, every day. I loved Looney Tunes.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
put Looney Tunes with the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah, you're gonna win
intentionally said
combination.
just now.
I know.
Lane-
I'm not correcting you either.
Oh, I know, because we were alive in the '90s.
That's right.
All these 2000ers
We watched him.
saying LeBron.
Yeah.
There's an argument to be made, but I'm going to go with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, me too.
It's
too.
just so good.
What's the thing about all these movies is that all these sports movies that were made in the 90s, all these, especially the comedies, are rewatchable. I mean, you could watch them over and
It's
over
true.
again. You know, I don't know what it was, like what the recipe that they got, but they got it right. Where, you know, some movies you're like, that was good, I liked it, but I don't need to see it again. You know, I've seen it, but all these movies, I could see just sitting down and watching again and again. Like
Yeah.
if my child said, I want to watch this movie, you know, and watch it just on repeat ad nauseum, I would probably be like, that's okay. I'll sit down and watch it with you.
Sure, sounds great.
I would do it. Yes.
You know what it is. Speaking of the recipe, it's just the right ratio of funny, quotable lines, and inspirational story.
That's what you need. That's true.
Underdog story,
That's
Major
what you
League
need.
underdog story, Space
Underdog.
Jam, underdog story.
Yeah, that's true. That's all you need.
Charles Barkley
hard is that?
is a gem in Space Jam too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Like
Yeah.
he doesn't do much, but just like having him like on the shrink's couch.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have dated Madonna. How's that Barkley? That's not a bad Barkley, was it?
That was pretty good.
I never.
Off the
I don't
cuff.
usually try a
You
Barkley.
did a good job.
I
Leave it at that
shouldn't do it again.
before it gets worse.
I should not just end there. But
While
he's-
you're ahead.
it's just a great movie. I don't know how much to talk about with it.
No, yeah. Other than just say it was just fun. It's engaging.
Yeah, I just
It's
don't. What I
something
don't
you can
want this
watch over and
episode
over
to be
again.
is us being Chris Farley, like in the SNL skits where he's sitting there with an actor. He's like, "Hey, you remember that time in
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie? Yeah, that was
Remember
awesome.
when you were in? Yeah.
That's
right.
awesome.
That was awesome.
But it was
It was
awesome.
awesome. All these are awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Okay, this is another one that we could watch this entire movie.
Hey, where you going with those clubs, punk?
Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. No. Let me carry these, all right? They're my grandfather's. Pretty old.
Well, what should I do then?
Where you go with those club
I
punk?
don't know. Why don't you just watch me and make sure I don't do anything stupid, okay?
I like how young Adam Sandler is now.
Mr. Gilmore, Mr. Lafferty will be teeing off now.
All right.
Oh, I
Good
hate
luck, buddy.
these
Oh, the ads.
ads. Sorry, world.
Get out of the way.
I'm just gonna edit there because even though the funniest line of that skit is what he says to him afterwards, we can't have it.
No, that
Yeah,
was
wear clean.
I think what makes that so funny too is the kid looks ridiculous.
He does.
Like, they just make him look like he's just this really lanky teenage kid with
Like, would that be?
don't know
Whoops,
what
I'm
it
still
is.
on the other. Would that really be the look of a caddy?
Right, exactly.
For and open to get you onto the tour.
Exactly.
Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
I'm your caddy.
Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
Oh, sorry about that.
The best, we were talking about this before when we were picking out the scenes, but the best part of that scene is when the guy actually calls that's not the best part. That's that's a solid scene with just so many good parts in it.
Yes.
Because after this also comes the it's all in the hips.
That's
just
right.
all of that is this tee off. But when the guy's calling the golfer's name, and now golfing, Lafferty, Daniels, and Gilmore happy. Like,
it just sets the stage for what's coming.
It's the way the guy delivers it.
Oh.
Is it in itself hilarious? No,
No.
but he delivers it perfectly. This movie is full of nothing but
it's great gems throughout the whole thing.
you can sit in a room. Here's another recipe for just a good movie. If you can sit in a room and everyone's just like, we're not having a conversation. We're literally just quoting lines and telling about parts of a movie. We don't need to watch Happy Gilmore anymore.
Yeah.
We could talk
That's
about any part from the beginning. Is this goal regulation size or what?
Right. Exactly.
I say that all the time.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, it's just it's a great quotable movie. There's so many things that happen in it that that they're just funny on its own. Like you're right, it's a good movie if you can quote it and just still laugh at it
And quote
Laugh
it
hard
out of
at it.
context. You're gonna die, clown.
You're gonna die, clown.
It's a lot of aggression in the movie.
Yeah.
But Bob Barker's great in it.
Mister.
Oh, the Mista lady.
Here, take this and leave us alone.
You know the Mista lady? I think I just killed her.
I think it just killed her.
Ben Stiller's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
You will sleep, or I will put you to sleep. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Oh dear.
Oh, your fingers hurt? Well, now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Oh man, go
that's
see
what-
this movie. If you've
this
not seen this movie, do yourself a favor.
If you haven't seen this movie, what rock are you living on?
Exactly. You are due.
Yeah.
Go back and watch all these movies.
Unbelievable. We don't have a clip from it, but Waterboy is another Adam.
Oh, yeah, another
Adam's
one he made.
on our list. Adam Sandler has 3 quality comedy movies. Obviously, Happy Gilmore is the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
But we got
Absolutely.
the Waterboy,
Waterboy was good too.
full of just Henry Winkler's amazing in that movie. My mother told me not to get a tattoo of Roy Orbison on my butt. Well, Mama don't know, don't hurt her. Like, what? They make him so weird. He's in like high heels at one point.
How does he pull it off, really? Because before, it's not like he had this, he wasn't having any more hits at that point in his career. Like, he was almost just done because...
I think it was the start of the Henry Winkler resurgence.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something about it. Like, they just put him in there. He had just the part that he needed, and then he became funny again. You know what I mean? And relevant again. You know what I mean? After Happy Days.
I love Farmer Fram.
Oh, yeah.
We live the plain all day. We live the plain all day. it's just
Medulla
such
oblongata.
good- When they're eating the snake for dinner.
Oh,
and
man.
and Henry Winkler, I forget the coach's name, honestly, is like, oh, what part of the snake is this? If I had to guess, snakes don't really have parts per se, but if I had to guess, I'd say it's the knee. Like, it's just stupid.
Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous. And if it's not your kind of humor, everything I'm saying is like, you know,
Right.
the movie's not funny. I
That's
don't know what you're.
right,
I don't know why you guys like it.
Yeah. I didn't appreciate it as much when I first saw the movie until I got a little bit older. Then I started seeing how just ridiculous it was and how funny it was.
Mama says alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Well, Mama's wrong again. Stop making fun of me. There's something wrong with his medulla oblongata.
Colonel Sanders.
We just both did the old exhale at the same time there.
Oh, this is a good one too.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep pressing on.
Go right on to this one.
Whoops.
Jokes, Mr. Jokey. Joke maker. But let me hit you with some knowledge. You should quit now and save yourself the embarrassment of losing with these losers in Las Vegas, LaFleur.
Alliteration aside, I think I'll take my chances in the tournament.
Yeah, you will take your chances.
Vince Vaughn's great
I know.
too.
I just
He's a great straight
said that.
man.
I know you just said that.
Okay, I'm not sure where you're going with that.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
That's what you said.
Well, that's
This
what I'm
is
saying to you.
This is just us
All
interacting.
right.
Yeah.
Touche.
Touche. Touche. Touche.
Those guys together is just hilarious.
There's a way that Vince Vaughn delivers lines that
Yeah.
I just enjoy thoroughly.
I love it. I love it.
But that
Yeah.
movie's full of them. It's
Dodgeball. Dodgeball. I just love that.
You just like the way
I don't know why that's so funny to me, but even just the fact because you're
the guy telling him to play dodgeball.
Yes, then you say, "Okay, ready? Dodgeball."
And what is
Just something
everybody?
as simple as that is hilarious.
But I think this movie changed the way people do dodgeball now. Like I think
has it? You think so? Like they take it a
has
little more
dodgeball
seriously.
always counted? No, this
Well,
movie
not
doesn't make people
seriously.
take it
Well,
seriously.
you know what I mean? But they put some more parameters around it.
I don't think since this movie came out, I don't think I've played a round of dodgeball where it doesn't start with 1, 2, 3 dodgeball.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Did it always do that?
It never did when I was a kid.
It does now.
So maybe you're right. Maybe that had changed the way that they
Dodgeball.
start the game.
I also grew up playing dodgeball differently. Dodgeball for us was we all lined up against a wall. There was one guy chucking balls at you.
There was multiple types of dodgeball, I guess you could say. Like we had that one like you're talking about, and then they had the one that you watch in the movie, and then there's another one that's called pinball dodgeball. Did you ever play that one? Wait, you had 3 pins that were standing up on either side. Each team had 3 pins, and you had to knock them down. So, and of course, people were getting in the way of them, so that you would still hit people because that would get them out. But you had to knock down all 3 pins before you could actually win the game.
Never played that.
That was a good one too.
Greatest dodgeball scene of all time, not from the movie Dodgeball. Going to another Adam Sandler movie.
What's that? Dodgeball.
Now you're all in big trouble. Billy Madison. He's going to play dodgeball against like the kindergartners.
Oh yes, that's right. He's like wham, throwing it really hard. I don't try to forget about that.
Just
That's right.
destroying them. I love it. What else is great in the dodgeball movie? There's the unfortunate inspirational speech from Lance Armstrong that doesn't age well.
That's true.
The creation of ESPN 8, The Ocho, is from
right.
that movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I
Because
never
that's
put
what the
that together.
dodgeball tournament was on.
Right. I didn't know that I never put that together in my head. There's actually a director's cut I watched, and it ends the movie right after they lose, when they apparently lose, and then
really?
the credits start rolling. Yeah, and that was really funny.
That's messed up.
Yeah. But then obviously it's not how it really truly ends. But can you imagine people would be angry if the movie ended that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that takes out the
But it's
underdog
funny.
story.
Right, but
the
it's
recipe.
funny. Right, exactly. But it's funny though. If you've seen
It
the
is.
movie and you know how it really ends, and you watch that, you're like, "That's hilarious." You know
Like,
what I mean?
what a letdown.
Yeah.
Another thing that for me that I would came out of that movie is someone saying that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. I use that for everything. I think it's a GIF.
Yeah.
Out there.
I haven't
Bold
seen.
strategy.
I don't.
It's the announcers. I don't know.
I don't remember that.
It's
one.
not hilarious, but it's a
Yeah.
It's
It's a saying. Yeah.
It exists. It
It's
exists.
a quote. Yeah.
I think that's all we can do for comedies. If we want to get to, if we want to get to some of these kids sports movies, which is where all the nostalgia lives.
Yeah.
But we got some honorable mentions, right? Longest Yard.
Yep.
Cool Runnings. I know some of you are going to be like, how did you not really get into Cool Runnings? I'm sorry. We couldn't. Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
That's a sport
Holy
movie.
quotes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Basketball, bench warmers, so many good ones. Yeah. And there's probably some we didn't list. As always, let us know what we missed. Do it politely.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to call us dumb.
Maybe we'll mention it on the next one.
Perhaps.
You know, if we have a part 2 of this, we could say, hey, here's a few that some of our listeners mentioned. You know, we'll give you a call out. You know,
we'll give you, unless you say keep me
props.
anonymous, but you forgot this.
Yeah.
I don't know why you need to be, but
yeah, I don't want to keep anybody anonymous.
Oh, all right. We're gonna give out socials and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So kids sports movies.
Let us know. Yeah, kids sports movies.
Let's move into these. These are the movies of our childhood.
Kicking off with probably.
Yeah, it's easy when you play with a bunch of rejects and
timeless. Timeless.
Shut your mouth, Phillips.
What'd you say, crap face? I said you shouldn't even be allowed to touch a baseball. Except for Rodriguez, you're all an insult to the game. Come on! We'll take you on right here, right now! Come on! Right now!
Yeah!
Right now! We plan a real diamond, Porter. You ain't good enough to lick the dirt off our cleats. Watch it, jerk. Shut up, idiot. Moron. Scab eater. Butt sniffer. Pus licker. Fart smeller. You eat dog crap for breakfast, geek. You mix your weenies with your mama's toe jam. Yeah!
What?
You bob for apples in the toilet, and you like it. You play ball like a girl.
Oh, I love the silence. The way that kid looks over at him
so
like,
angry.
oh.
Can't believe you said that. Drop the mic on that one.
What did you say? You heard me.
These kids are great.
Tomorrow. Noon. At our
The
field.
crack in his voice.
Oh, yeah.
Get the buffalo butt breath. Count on it, pee-drinking crap face.
Yeah! I love
That's the
also
top of the
that
list.
the team, the hated team, just rolls around in full uniform.
Oh, yeah. And they play on our real diamond. They play in the Little League Park. Somehow they get entrance into it, and their guys don't.
Well, they're the elite.
They're the elite.
They made you as a child think out there were the kid version of Major League Baseball players. That was these, but the real heroes are the ones not in the uniform, right? Because they beat them,
right? Well, same thing
great
in like the Mighty Ducks, the same kind of concept, right?
Yeah,
they all traveled together. The ones that were on the team, that on the Hawks, they wore the gear. You know what I mean?
Mighty Ducks is ridiculous. The more I watch it, the
Yeah.
more I'm just like,
this is so unrealistic.
as a kid, I thought this is realistic. This is Pee Wee hockey. I know we're deviating from Sandlot, but we don't have a Mighty Ducks clip because there's just too many.
Yeah.
But I just thought that's what it was. Like, this is where they play in the rich leagues.
Yeah.
Like, I live in the country, so of course we don't have this, but everywhere
out
else,
there,
this
out
is Pee Wee
there,
hockey.
this is how they handle it.
And it does get, with each movie, it gets more and more absurd.
Yeah. They go to the Olympics. I mean,
The kids' Olympics.
Yeah.
It was like, no, it was the.
but even still,
What was it, though? It was something games.
yeah, the not the youth, but it was. Yeah, it was definitely not the full Olympics.
Yeah.
but it was like the Youth Olympics in a sense. But even still, like that day of all teams.
Yeah, well, they were amazing.
They were amazing in
Because they
Minnesota.
won in their little small town league.
Right, exactly.
Against the Hawks.
Yeah, so that rose them up to next year.
I just like, and what Little League coach has the longevity of that guy on the Hawks? Like, he coached Gordon Bombay as a kid. He's still coaching?
Right, and he's,
what are you
he's
doing?
churning out. He's churning out championship after championship.
Yeah.
but all up on the wall there. You know
He,
what I mean?
like,
Except for
flips
that 1 year
Right.
when Bombay blew it. He won every single year except for that one. Yeah, he mentioned that to him too.
The scar on his record.
Man. Yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. But as a kid, like, that's what you need. You need everything to be blown up and out of proportion so you can like really enjoy it. And it makes it much more fun and exciting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But going back to the Sandlot.
The Sandlot, yeah.
This is how I wanted my childhood to be.
Oh, me too.
Like, just think how these kids live their lives. They woke up, they left their house, didn't need to be driven anywhere,
Right.
and they just went and hung out
I
all
know.
summer, played baseball.
I know.
On
If
the-
only, right?
On the occasion
only.
when it was so hot out here, they went to the pool.
Right.
When they were baking like a toasted cheeser.
I know. I mean, I had like a tinge of it as a kid. I mean, I didn't. I mean, obviously walk to school, but I did walk the neighborhood a little bit. We played basketball in a place nearby. So, but now it's not that way at all.
Growing up in the
It's
country,
very different.
like, this was impossible.
Yeah. Right.
Everyone's scattered so far.
You
like,
have to drive to get everywhere, right? And to anywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I was in a 3-town school district. So I may have friends, but they all lived over in Bern or Knox. Well, I'm in Westerlo.
It's not like you could all like, hey, let's walk to the school.
No.
You know.
If I lived in any of the towns, maybe. But I wasn't even in the town of Westerlo. I was just in the region of Westerlo in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't. There's more middle of nowhere places, but.
Right.
So just this movie was just like, oh man, I just wish.
If only it was that way. Yeah, I know.
But it does. This movie definitely helped perpetuate a fear of dogs for many, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The beast.
I used to hate dogs too. Be afraid of them. Never grew up with dogs. Now I have a dog, but as a kid,
Not like this though.
I got attacked by a dog. Well, not one that actually bit me, but it did like knock me down on the ground and got on my face, was barking at my face until somebody came and took it away, and that kind of
I had a similar
frightened
thing.
me big time.
Yeah, my neighbor growing up had a dog that he was not kind to, and we were fishing, him and I, one time, and I accidentally hooked his neck. And so on the way home, we can't necessarily confirm it, but we're pretty sure we heard the word "get him," and then the dog's like coming up on me. Can't confirm.
Yeah.
Don't want to put it out there.
Right, you're just not. Maybe it happened.
But
Maybe not. You're not sure.
100% like very afraid. And then somebody called the dog back. And I'm like, you got it. Like I'm on this dirt road. There's nowhere to go, and I just see the dog not barreling at me, but coming up and like doing that slow pause before something's gonna happen.
Right.
I'm like, oh,
scary.
But with the Sandlot, anyway, when they would do the story of the Beast and Mr. Myrtle. And they show the dog coming out for that first time, and it just looks huge. I used to have to not watch. I couldn't watch that part.
Oh, really? That scared you that much?
It would just like freak me out a little bit.
Oh, it is a little scary. And then it's funny because you could definitely tell that they use a different dog, or they use ways in which to make him look bigger.
Well, they use like a puppet.
Yeah,
for
a
that,
puppet or something
for like the black and white.
Yeah.
It's
that.
not,
No, that. But even when he's jumping and he's catching it in his mouth, the ball, and you're like, that's a huge dog. But then when it's still a big dog, but not like the way they make it out to be. It's almost like they let you see it through the lens or the eyes of a kid.
100%.
Everything seems bigger and more dramatic.
Yes.
Than it really is.
And the flashbacks to Mr. Myrtle.
Oh yeah,
he's like a chubby white guy.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he looks nothing like. Yeah, he's not at all James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, definitely not James Earl Jones.
Oh, Hercules! What's the matter? Did he get out?
What else have we got on the list here?
That
we got queued up.
Let's see.
Oh,
this is the only one we have queued up.
Another baseball movie.
Another baseball.
Yeah,
baseball movies trump the 90s.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and we got to live with it.
Hello, son. I'm looking for Henry Ruhlenfurter. Raffenboozer. Rosenberger. Warm up. You're going in. Gardenhoser. Ruhlengroder. I never doubted him for a minute. Hey, way to go, run mucker. Ron Gardner, you're going in.
What do you call me?
He finally gets it in the end. He
Before-
has to, that's right.
Before Gary Busey went nuts.
Yeah, that's true.
That
When he was the Rocket.
Yeah. Well, he was losing gas.
Right, it's true.
One of the funniest people in that movie is the pitching coach.
Oh, yes.
I forget his name.
Yes.
Nigma. Well, I don't know what's the actor's name? He's
Daniel.
the guy,
Daniel.
he's
Stern. Not Stern.
I don't know, he's Home Alone.
Yeah, he's a Home Alone. He plays Marv in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also was the narrator for the Wonder Years. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Oh yeah.
But he's just a
Oh
mess.
man, he's so funny.
He locks himself in the closet or whatever in the clubhouse, and he's like shaking. He's like, "Come on,
come on!" He's like trying to give all these pieces of advice, and yeah,
he's got
always
his
messing
invention.
himself up.
Got the invention. Hot ice.
Hot ice. Yeah. Combine them both. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is icy hot.
Yeah,
that's a
true.
thing.
It
Did that
became
not
a thing.
exist back then?
I don't know.
Be interesting.
Talks about saving food and. Remember, he's eating too many or putting too many seeds in his mouth, and he chokes on them. And
he locks himself not only in the clubhouse, but then he locks himself
in the
between the hotel
between the two
doors.
That's right, between the two rooms. Henry. Oh boy.
That movie gave such a false hope to kids that if you just got the right injury, you could play Major League Baseball.
I was like, oh, that's possible. Can that really happen? You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of kids just believe that it possibly could happen.
I ate this stuff up. Hook, line, and sinker.
Absolutely. Yeah, it worked. I mean, it seems ridiculous as you get older, but you're like, no, it worked for kids. And I'll watch it again. I'll still watch it. I love this movie
that's
too.
just such a
Another
good
repeat
movie.
I try to get my kids to watch it every so often because it's sometimes they watch shows or movies that I'm not into. The movies that maybe they'll grow up to talk about on podcasts, maybe. But these ones,
if there's a kid that's gonna have a podcast, it's gonna be Natalie.
Oh,
it's gonna be
probably,
one of your children.
Yeah, probably so. And she'll have a lot of opinions about
Everything.
Shows about everything. Yeah.
Expert in anything?
Probably not. Just like me.
Just like our old man.
Just like our old man. Chip off the old block.
Rookie of the Year and Little Big League are I think two sides of the same coin.
Right.
In the terms of we have a kid goes player,
and kid goes manager.
Goes to his head.
Yep.
Friends turn on him, turns it around, finds success and fulfillment in everyday life.
Yeah.
Little Big League.
Same
Takes
thing.
on the manager owner role. Becomes too big for his britches. Friends start to hate him. Turns it around. Starts to see the joys and the normal things of life. Like it's they're the same movie.
True. It's so true.
I wish I can't believe we're not going to have a clip of Little Big League. I think Little Big League is right behind The Sandlot for me in favorite movie.
Is it for you? I would say for me, it's this one we showed. The Rookie of the Year would be right after Sandlot. But I think a close third would be Little Big League, which I had forgotten about until you kind of reintroduced me to it.
And you realize it's gold.
It is. It's great.
Solid gold.
No one takes me out of the game. Not if you want to win.
Like, how many times do I just randomly go like, is that supposed to make me feel better?
They have my baseball card?
My baseball card? Like, just stupid little lines like that. It's a great movie.
Yeah, that is a fun movie.
Like, we often say, and that's a hard language.
That's a hard language. Yeah. Absolutely.
They speak Spanish in Venezuela.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's a gold. That's definitely gold right there. That movie as well. Yeah, a lot of '90s is when a lot of these movies came out. And you're right, baseball seemed to be the one that everybody got behind. You know what I mean? And that would be if and this is something we could talk about the next one a little bit more in detail. But if I was to choose like what sport I like in a sport movie best, I would say baseball works best for me. I don't know, and I'm not even a baseball player or a huge baseball fan.
You are now.
Yeah, that's true. Now I am, but it would probably have been basketball. That's what I played. But baseball movies are my go-to sport movie. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think I have found, just in general, which is weird because I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
You can see it on the wall behind you.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of baseball. Not as much football.
There's some over there too that people can't see when you played.
Well, we don't
college.
We don't. Glory days. Hello, incoming young girls. Glory days. Yeah, I do. I have. I have a shelf of old memories.
Yeah, you got to keep that.
Yeah, no, that's all. That's 4 seasons of complete losing seasons over there.
Yeah.
But it's not about the wins and losses. Those were just good memories.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But not baseball for you then.
No, I think it has to do with Remember the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
And just other football movies that just have great moments that I've found those movies to be more inspirational. They're not better.
Yeah.
They're just like, when I think of
like
iconic sports movies, those ones have more moments.
Right.
They have the turnaround moment. They have the hard hits. We'll get into this, but I'll trickle it in there. Even a movie like Facing the Giants, little known gem. It's a faith-based movie, Christian movie, but it has one of the best scenes of this makes you want to go out and defeat goals when they have this coach yelling at this kid to do like, I think they're called bear crawls. He's got a kid on his back and he's got to crawl up the field. He's just supposed to make it to the,
remember that. Yes,
like the 40-yard line. Next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Yeah,
and he's
like,
chills.
Get up, take a look around. He goes,
yeah,
he made it all the way to the end zone. Yeah,
tell me that's not great.
Yeah, that was really
it's
good.
Great. So we'll get into that with the football movies, but there are plenty more to be talked about. And sports movies just have this quality of making you want to go out
and conquer the world
and just yes. That's you think I would just watch this movie. I watch Coach Carter. I'm gonna go shoot some hoops.
Exactly. That's what I used to do as a kid too.
Right.
You watch these movies. You get up. You go outside. and You start practicing. Like, I want to be the best at this. You know, I'm gonna make the team this year.
I think that's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's good for kids to
kick in the butt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get outside and play.
So that's the moral of today's episode.
Yeah. So the Sandlot Rookie of the Year, Little Big League. We talked about those. Little Giants.
Oh, Little Giants.
Which we didn't get a chance to talk about. But that's a good movie too.
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
The Big Green soccer movie.
So good.
And the Mighty Ducks. We did talk about that one. So those are the ones that we had on our list. But again, if we forgot something,
let us know.
We'll mention it in the next episode.
So anyway, we've been going for quite some time. I don't know exactly how long, but we're glad you stuck with us. We hope that this was a nostalgic episode for you. We thrive on nostalgia.
Yeah. I didn't realize that I would be so nostalgic.
Is there anything else
in my life? But I am.
Yeah. Oh, I'm 100%. I love living in the past.
Yeah.
That's why I got the shelf.
You gotta remind myself of the past every day.
Like my favorite TV shows from the 90s.
That's true.
I'm just living
in the 90s.
Living in the 90s.
It's a great years.
No, I'm most of my life has been in the 2000s, but anyway.
With that said, it was fun.
This is great.
Yeah.
I could just sit and talk.
It's a good category.
Movies.
Yeah.
All day
movies
long.
in general, but sports movies is fun.
Sports.
It's definitely fun.
Sports is my thing. It's my jam. So, again, let us know. We want to hear.
Hear.
Let us know your favorite part of some of these movies.
Yeah.
Just chime in. Text me.
A little GIF or something like that.
Text us. Message us on social media. We are on Instagram. You can follow us at the Lunch Bee Pod. That's on Instagram. For some of this stuff, watching is a lot better than listening.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on YouTube also at the Lunch Bee Pod. So you can find us there. And we are on all major podcasting platforms. Apple, Amazon, Spotify, the whole thing. So we're thankful for you listening.
Yes, we are.
And we'll catch you next time on
the Lunch Break Podcast.